properly. This works properly. So nothing wrong for or forget. Welcome on in, everybody. And obviously, test. Have to get out late. Disappointed with that. I don't know why my shoulder feels. Six and seven. Not been recent. All right, sweet. I wasn't sure if you wanted me to share that. So, a couple things about this. I don't know. So I'm streaming with Stream Elements on this instead of OBS. There isn't an OBS mobile app. As a result, our normal intro, our normal, all that jazz isn't here. We'll see. I think the alerts box is there. I'm gonna have to play around with it on stream a little bit more. It's a work in progress. So also my shoulder presses not doing well this morning to start. 4 reps on 185 is not what we're looking for. Hey, all right, welcome on to Talio. So we got another rep. I'm hitting the set here. We got shoulder. This is a shoulder dominant push day today, so we're gonna do shoulders, tricep, chest. Should be pretty good. Do not have the strength to hit 185 with the form and explosiveness that I'd like, so I'm going with 165. I'm gonna go back into my right legs after this set and look at where I was at both, see how much I've lost. I feel like I've done better on my legs in terms of retaining strength. Shoulders just, for whatever reason, did not quite hit it the same way. This guy. Alright, let's see. Let's see. If you get mad, just throw it across the city. Where we at? 10 record 145. So maybe I'm not that bad off. Maybe I'm really positive that I'm like what I was saying. I was 6 record 175 in March. If I'm 8 record 165, I actually haven't lost that much. I just haven't gained as much as I thought. For whatever reason, I thought it was like 6 and 7 record 185. I guess I wasn't. The memory's a funny thing, isn't it? Yeah. 3 reps 205. February. 4 rep 190. 5 rep and 180. 185. Okay, so I'm actually not. I'm not doing this bad. At 18, by the way, I weighed in. If I am 17 pounds down from bulk and I'm, 1 rep off in shoulder press, I'll call that pretty good. Simple as that. Just stick with that for one more set and then I'll move to behind the neck. So how's audio visual quality? Still trying to work out the kinks here. Yeah, 6'3". A little bit of perspective on this. Yes. Figure out now. You don't really need to see his shoulder does work on the upper body. Seeing the whole body doesn't really help. Take off 10s and probably go to behind the neck. That's it. Let's go. Couple keep the shoulder press going. Lock hips. Suicide grip, not a hook grip. Explode your head through the box. Six, seven. All right, so we got behind the neck. So behind the neck. All right, so the difference between right conventional shoulder press and a behind the neck shoulder press is that right instead of bringing your head through as you push the weight up, you're starting with the weight behind you. So what it's going to do is where conventional shoulder press will work, you'll see your front, top side of your delts. Behind the neck press is going to work the top, the rear parts of your delts. So we have two sets of this. I'm going to go over the dumbbells. Actually, we might do this. Depending on what's up. We'll either do dumbbell or this.
That's the ones I use origin. So,
So I'll leave that set. We go down to 135, go for a little bit more volume, 10 to 12. 10 reps there. Not great, not terrible. We move on. We're going to hit some tricep dips. Do 3 sets. You're a fairly heavy weight, probably 70 to 90 pound dumbbells. So, so for those of you who have gotten strong enough to the point on dips where you no longer can get a lot of value out of them unweighted unless you go horrifically slow, that takes forever. Most gyms have weight belt chain on it, and you can use this chain with carabiner to flip around weights. I find this to be pretty effective. It's a good way to make dips challenging. You can pick whatever weight you'd like. If you don't have one of these at your gym, you can buy one for yourself. It is kind of a pain because you're only going to use it for one exercise or workout, maybe two if you combine dips and pull-ups on the same day and you got strong pulling muscles to do weighted pull-ups. But you know, it's one of those things where if you know the manager of the gym and you can ask for them to get this as a new piece of equipment, I would recommend it. A lot of gyms look for feedback, new equipment, suggestions. I would say this one's pretty affordable on the gym's part, and I would say pretty reasonable of an ask. It's not like you're asking for for them to get a brand new deadlift platform and 500-pound set of Olympic barbells or anything a little bit more involved with that. I am. Yes, I am streaming from my phone. That's what we're trying here. No, I can't stream from my laptop. I don't think the processor would be able to handle OBS without a connection to a wall plug. And while I have that here, trying to unplug and replug going from piece of equipment to piece of equipment just does not make sense. So yeah, this is from my new phone. It seems to me like the signal's pretty good in here. If we're having issues, just let me know. Like audio visual, stream quality, things like that. This is still very much testing it out. What's a phone lavalier? What's that? I don't know what that is. Is that like are you talking about like a little clip microphone? Because that might be useful. That's the other one. I do not know how the audio quality is, and I can't really check it. So I have to rely on what you guys say. Why? So we're ready to do the dip. There is something pretty nice, by the way, I have to say. Yeah, I was looking at the one Plus Ultra Eddie uses, because we use that when we streamed at his gym. I was thinking about adding it to my throne, but I didn't get around to that yesterday. But there is something nice about having two giant plates dangling with their legs. Oh, come on, my mind couldn't have been the only one to go there. This is our heavy triceps exercise for the day. So we'll do 3 sets at probably 8 to 10 reps per. Oh, yeah, I can appreciate that. Yeah, I was already looking at clip mics and stuff like that. I will say it is Bluetooth enabled. Pro of that means y'all get better audio quality. Con of that means I can't listen to music while I do this. So I think if I enable Bluetooth, she looks slightly too small. It is, but I'm not really going to complain about that now, am I? I didn't have a dip machine at my home gym, so why would I complain about it now? Let's go mechanics by Megadeth. That'll work. So now, if you're wondering why I'm not facing this way while I do the dips, because my elbows will bump into the pegs back here. Is why I have to face away. I don't really have an option. There's not enough space to put you here. This works to try is pretty good. Fine. Not bad. Do one more and we'll move the bench. You know, actually, you get a side view. Y'all might enjoy that. Sure. Hey, I'll take it. He's back. Move. All right, on the dumbbell bench. You're right here. Should work. All right. I feel like this is getting loose. That's much better. So we just need to lower you. Still figuring out the basics of how to use this little thing. There we go. So now y'all are more or less at ground level. Regular bench press. You're pretty good. By the way, I haven't really gotten angle shows how big you're there. Yeah. I mean, 6'3", 217. Not small. Speaking of that, definitely need to do better on the cut. I'm gonna try my best today. I gotta get down towards 212, 210. Hey, JJ, welcome on in. So the screen on this view counter doesn't appear to be working for shots. I have no idea how many people are in. I also have no idea how the audio is. So please, y'all, can I get some feedback on audio? It looks to me like visual is good, but I can't confirm that. I appreciate that. Thanks, Mike. All right. So we got 4 sets of dumbbell bench. Should be pretty good. We'll do a actually. See that? Let me check something. Okay, so slight change of plans. I thought there was a decline press machine here that we were going to do, but it turns out it's just a flat bench machine. Still do it, but I'm going to do incline with dumbbell. So. Yeah. It's just a touch. And again, play around with angles and such today. We're going to not necessarily hit every single angle as best as possible. You gotta learn to play with it too. Fairly patience. What's up, lab boys? We get a lab command. That actually, lab, you can do it. Freaking fun, man. Okay, actually, I have a funny story about that. We're gonna hit that first. 80s a shot here. This end, I felt pretty good. I feel like I could have probably gone up to 85s. And I think I might go a lower rep because we're going to do the machine. In general, when it comes to machines and cables, those are the ones I prefer to do higher rep sets on. And then free weights, I tend to do lower rep sets on. Because I think free weights are better for explosiveness of the machine. You're not restricted in the energy you put forward. It's a few things. Okay, so unfortunately, so this is the apartment gym. I think it would be frowned upon if I did that shirtless. I don't think that's a good idea. However, y'all can see the guns at least. So we're doing incline chest press 45 degrees. We're getting the exercise right, and what muscle groups properly hit. Well, okay, if you get the exercise right, incline, you're going to feel it mostly right here, the top of the pec, kind of the top half of the pec. You're going to feel it in your front delts, and you're going to feel it in your triceps. In general, those are going to be where you hit your muscles the hardest. Okay, so yeah, Lab Boy's calling me a fungo man. I asked him to make an Amazon order for me because he's got Prime, and bro gives me he sends it to my address. He goes to a guy, but he puts the name of Fungo Man on there. Here in Puerto Rico, people they like their Fungo there. And as a result of that, well, the package was too big to fit in the parcel, so I had to go down into the town to get it from the post office. And having to explain to a Hawaiian postal officer what Mofongo Man is and how that I am the Mofongo Man. That one was a bit awkward. So you definitely got your money's worth out of that jet, Black Boys. You know what, next one is set at 80. If I can still get 10, I'll go all the way for 85 for the third set. Catch some sun after it. I appreciate that. No, I did yesterday, as y'all know. I went out to I went to Sandy Beach. It's like right near Makapu'u, and it's right on the eastern tip of the island. So it was absolutely gorgeous, super clear day. I could see Molokai and Maui way off in the distance. So even on cloudy days, usually the distance is good enough to see Molokai, and Maui usually you don't see. So the fact that I was able to see both is pretty cool. As I said on the side. I think that was 12, so I'm gonna go with weight. minutes of rest. We're at 85. Hey, Chili. Appreciate that. Thanks for popping on in. Yeah. So now, I've heard this is one where I want to try and get a local's perspective on this at some point. I've heard like a lot of people around here just say Molokai. If you look at the way it's spelled, it's M-O-L-O-A-A Okina I. So there's supposed to be a pause in between the A and the I when you say it. Right? So most locals around here will say Hawai'i, right? There's like a pause between the first I and the second I. But I actually haven't heard a local say Molokai before, so I don't know. That's one I'm gonna try and figure out. Just reading it, I don't know, trying to say things correct. Trying to say Hawaiian words correct is definitely not easy at first. It gets easier as you do it. Because what's nice is like in Hawaiian there's no silent letters. There's no, like, if you see a letter, it's supposed to sound like that letter. There's no, in English, the letter E can have 3 or 4 different sounds. In Hawaiian, that basically never happens, that's really nice. But a lot of Hawaiian words also, it's the glottal stop represented by the okina, and then a lot of words get quite long. So it's definitely, there's trade-offs. It's a really fascinating language. Olelo is not easy to learn. I've been doing a little bit of that in my spare time on Duolingo. The syntax is completely different from English. I mean, as it would be. They're not related languages, but it definitely forces your brain to think about wording and language and sentences in a very different way. In the way that language like Spanish or French or German would not. If you go outside, lay down, spread your legs, let the sun hit you, see increase your testosterone up to 400%. Good lord. If I did that here, I would get burned so badly. Now, actually, I tried to tan my thighs a little bit. They are quite red. It's hard to see with the lighting here, but definitely a little bit of rare beef going on there. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hit another set here. I'm rolling Megadeth. The song's called Mechanics. So we're gonna hit 2 sets more of this. We're gonna do some side and some front raises. We'll probably do some triceps, some more chest, and then a few more triceps, and then abs, and then we'll be done. Here we go. Yes, it's 10. It's 85-pound dumbbell. That's pretty good. I gotta say, so a lot of people say, "Oh, Mechanics by Megadeth." That's just the Four Horsemen rewritten. Well, yeah, but who do you think wrote the Four Horsemen? Dave Mustaine wrote that with the first Metallica album. So I feel like he had the right to do that, and he made it better. Sitting position is very borderline. What do you mean by that? Are you talking, do you mean like I've got too much arch in my back? Because a little bit of arch is okay. Now, you can take this to stupid extremes, right? If I was doing this, well, what I've done here is turn a good incline press into a very dangerous bench press, which defeats the purpose. Oh, you let me fix it? Shows where my brain is, huh? Smart ass. Oh. Alright. So, can I get one more audio quality check? I don't think I saw anything on audio quality. That would be very useful. So I can do audio through Bluetooth, but I think if I do that, it's not going to work out. Okay, it's okay on headphones. I assume then, if any of y'all are listening to it on speaker, I'd like to know. So it's still fairly early here. It's 8 in the morning, and I kind of chose that deliberately. I think what I'm going to do is, on days where I'm streaming workout content, I'll do it fairly early in the mornings here in Hawaii, because if I do that, it's still midday for the continental US. It's still early enough to where most of my European audience can participate. And then for my Asian audience, if I go the night route, like evening route, if I do my evening shoot like I did yesterday, I think that's probably the best solution. Unfortunately, Hawaiian Standard Time is such that there is no way for me to do one singular stream that pleases everyone, unless I were to stream it, I think, like 3 in the morning, and even then I'd be screwing over my West Coast audience because they'd have to get up quite early. Not as early as I would be. I'm not coming in here that early on a weekend. You can dream on about that. All right. Thanks for the mic check there, Mikey. Do appreciate that. Phone battery's lasting pretty good. We've been streaming for almost an hour and still at 80%, so I'm quite pleased with that. All right, last set on this. By the way, after having listened to the first few Megadeth albums, I'm not sure I like Metallica more anymore. I think Megadeth might be better. Because the first 3 albums kick ass. Haven't even listened to Rust in Peace yet, but I know it's good. Then again, the first 3 Metallica albums are really good too. Of course, Dave Mustaine is a big reason for that. Oh, that last round. All right. So here, let me show you an exercise I learned only very recently about. It's the side laying shoulder fly, or side laying raise. It's really good. So you need y'all to come. There we go. And it seems like an odd angle, but it'll make sense when I do it. So side angle, what we're doing is we're really trying to hammer that rear tump. So right here, it's the backside of the deltoid. You come up. I was watching an old video of Arnold Schwarzenegger doing this, and it works. The range of motion is incredible. It's better than any other shoulder exercise I've seen. Now, word to the wise, with this exercise, I do not recommend heavy weight. 25 is the heaviest I ever go. Oftentimes I'll do 20. That really depends on how I'm feeling. Usually I'll do sets of 10 to 15 per arm. Unfortunately, yeah, you have to go per arm, which kind of sucks, but that one kind of is what it is, not what you can do about it. Move a bit further forward. There we go. Right. You know what? I'm going to face away from the camera this time and show you it from the opposite side. Same concept. What you do to one arm, you have to do the other. Unless you really have an injury, which case you get a pass. Over. Balance kind of tough on this one. Oh, that's rough. Those are awful. I'm going to go down weight to 20s and do more reps. What do you call it? It's just a little bit goldfish bowly. The deep you go for stretch. Okay, on inclines, usually, I use the hard to tell from that angle. But on chest, with dumbbells, I like to go a little bit deeper than where a barbell would be, right? Just think about what the point of dumbbells are. With a barbell, there is a limit as to how far down you can bring the weight, right? It touches your chest. You can't bring it any further than that, unless you feel like doing a lot of damage to your internal organs, in which case you can do it once. With dumbbells, you can go a bit deeper, but for me, right, even if I'm completely flexed, my shoulder blades are together back here, my forearms are tall enough to where, chest is basically where I'm at anyway. I could try doing this, going a bit further out, canting my elbows. That's a ton of torque to be putting on your elbows, so I generally don't recommend that. Good question. That's a really solid question. Let me get a little water. Give me just 1 second. for sure. So it seems to me like so far, this is going pretty well. I'm quite pleased with how this is going so far. All right, so we're gonna do another set here. Um, then we'll move on to our standard shoulder raises. So we'll do a set of fronts and a set of sides, and then we'll move on to probably some skull crushers since we're here and nobody else is in the dumbbell area right now. Right, what I really don't want to be is that asshole who like clogs up the stream with the gym with his stream. I don't want to be that guy. So that's why I'm coming in early. That's why I'm over here. That's why I'm trying to be pretty respectful. But that also means the order of which exercises I do in the gym, I'm going to base off of what is available and what isn't crowded, as opposed to basing it off of what I specifically want to do in what order. And to be honest, as long as the prime mover exercise I do first, so that's today it was shoulder press, sometimes it's bench press, sometimes it's pull-ups, sometimes it's rows, sometimes it's squats, sometimes it's deadlifts, sometimes it's leg press. As long as that comes first, the order of everything else, mostly auxiliary workouts or hypertrophy workouts, doesn't matter quite as much. For those prime mover workouts, you do want the explosiveness, so you do want that to come first. So we are about halfway through the workout. This is only a 20. Previous workout, previous was 25. I feel like I've got better control over this, even if perhaps I have to just suck it up and do more reps. I'm trying to figure out which leg I like over. I think this is a better, more stable way to do it is bottom leg out, top leg over. Yeah, these, unfortunately, these benches aren't particularly wide, and especially for powerlifting, it kind of sucks. So one thing they teach you in most powerlifting schools or classes or with instructors is that when you bench, you really want your chest with as much oxygen as possible for obvious reasons. You also want your lats engaged and locked in. You really isolate the chest and absolutely get the max amount of force you can. But to do that, you need a wide enough bench to really plant those shoulder blades into. And with a narrow bench, you don't necessarily have the ability to do that as easily. Let's do some skull crushers. We'll do some shoulders. Keep our belts right between sets. So skull crushers, you can come with it a little bit. Honestly, I love this tripod. It's super adjustable, so I feel like I can get really good angles on everything. It's really nice. That'll be the easy bar I need here weighs 25 pounds, so that'll be 95. I don't think there's any sort of directional bias or my phone leg. The downside of that is, you know, it may mean more background noise gets picked up, but the nice thing is, like, while I'm changing beats, it means I can get you guys better audio, I think. It just matters at how close I am to the mic. All right, skull crusher. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves it. One of the most basic tricep exercises. I'm so glad they have shoulder stuff. The angles are a lot better. It's less stress on my wrist. Yeah, that was remarkable. I had more weight. That was 15. Was like that was a breeze. Maybe that's really bad. Just touch that. You find the shoulder muscle is difficult to focus and control. Yes, but it's natural too, more than the chest. Right, so think about it. Chest muscles really have one range of motion. The chest muscles are almost entirely pushing. Shoulder, right, you can move it up through push, you can move it, it's involved if you're moving forward, especially if you're moving sort of at an incline. Shoulder muscle can kind of go 360 thanks to the motion of the rotator cuff. So naturally, because of that much larger range of motion, is going to result in a harder to control range of motion. You get what I mean? Words are hard. Words are hard in my head. So, but I do think I'm involved. That was stupid. Now we'll try. This is effectively plates. I forgot that. So like for a straight bar, 95 to 100 pounds is great for me. But with an easy bar, the angle of it easier. A straight bar, I don't know why it's an easy bar. Really, it's just a curling bar. But for what I found is it's the angle allows for, I think, better motion for biceps curls, reverse biceps curls, certainly for skull crushers. So I find the curling bars very useful. The one year's 25 pounds, a lot of them are 30 pounds, some are 35 pounds. Unfortunately, you don't know until you examine it. And this one's not weighted. I kind of have a ballpark it. Feels heavier than the 20s and lighter than the 30s, so I'm guessing it's 25. It's either that or it's 10 kilograms, which is as near as makes no difference, 25 pounds. It's sort of how I do with metric. Like 45 pounds is effectively 20 kilos. 25 pounds is effectively 10 kilos. It's not perfect, but it's close enough. It's just more like 11 kilos. You get the point. All right, so we're not big one. Single. 95, just 115. Yeah. Side shoulders, 12 to 25, 15 to 20. So not some big like that chicken curry last night. Chicken was good. I'm gonna make hella sandwiches with that because I got after the Costco yesterday. I got Hawai'i sourdough bread, which I didn't think you could make sourdough out of taro flour, but apparently you can. It tastes pretty nice. I don't have a toaster for it, so I'm gonna have to use the oven, but that's not really a big deal. That, or honestly, what I'll probably do is make grilled cheese. Throw like some of the chicken fat in there to fry. Just pan sear the bread in. That's gonna be a good dinner. I have that. Some alfalfa sprouts. Not alfalfa sprouts, pea sprouts, because I got a bag of those. On my throne, I do have alfalfa sprout seeds because I have a growing kit. I'm gonna do microgreens while I'm here because cost of living in Hawaii is so high that microgreens are actually relatively affordable. Plus, it's nice. You just constantly have fresh sprouts you can pick. I like that. Sprouts are super low calorie, but they're very good for you. Uh, I don't know, I like the way they taste. I'm a fan of sprouts. Appreciate that, Big Red. That's like in the old bluegrass state. Eating it. Oh, okay. Here we go. Feels really good. Control my shoulders. Just trying to keep the elbow bent and isolated. And do some behind the head instead of at the head. That felt pretty good. I'll stick with that. So with the range of motion, right, going at the head's a little bit more controlled. Going behind the head, you risk moving your shoulders and involving them a bit more, but you do get a greater range of motion, better stretch in your tricep. We're gonna stick 115. Do one more set of those. Do some shoulders, and then we'll move to, depending on what's open, either the bench machine or probably the bench machine. Really comfortable on two tables because it looks like it's open. Idea's gonna win over Masvidal in boxing. Ooh, it's a good fight. Damn, I wish Lab Boys was in here. He loves talking about UFC. He was in it earlier. Yeah, I heard almost the entire continental U.S. is in a heat wave right now. That sounds terrible. It was 84 degrees at the beach yesterday. Yeah, I saw that, Mikey. By the way, thanks for doing that shout out. All right, need a little bit more negative. I'm gonna finish. I keep starting mechanics, then talking to y'all, and then I don't finish. This time we're actually gonna finish mechanics. Speaking of good music, I listened to all of Technical Ecstasy yesterday. It's not as good as the first six albums, but it gets way too much hate. Technical Ecstasy is not a bad album. It's just Black Sabbath trying to do something different. It drives me nuts are the people that complain about bands like AC/DC only doing the same thing, and then turn around when a band like Black Sabbath tries to do something different and complain about that. You can't have it both ways. Nice. I think whenever I'm done Black Sabbath, my next band's gonna be Megadeth. Alright, so we're gonna try something here. We're gonna try flipping the camera. Yeah, look at that. There we go. Now, I need to know from y'all whether or not this is higher quality or something, okay? So we're going to do a set of front raises through dumbbells, and then we're going to do a set of side raises. It should be pretty good. There we go. Got a freaking long neck now. Dude, I think I'm actually have this into myself right now. Yeah. So we got, we're done shoulders, we got bench next. So today, instead of using free weights or dumbbells, we're gonna use a machine. Yeah, I'm the only one in here. That's awesome. Cool. This is why I chose to stream in the morning. So now you'll get why. Come on. There we go. Let's turn all that around. They're over in the corner though. I can't even tell. That's my own ignorance there. I don't actually think I've done this. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess 3.5 plates is right. We'll figure it out. gel right here in the center. Rough break on the shoulders there. I met a good friend who's a Chicago fan, so rough break for him. Nice header this way. It's a feel thing. Different. This is the one thing with machines. Until you get kind of intimately familiar with the specific machine you're doing, you don't necessarily know how it's going to feel and stack up to other machines. Felt pretty good. We would stick to that. 180 is good for me. I don't know how I managed to do it, but I've got music playing while listening, while I have the Twitch application up. I'm not screwing with it now. So it looks like we're going with Megadeth for the rest of the workout. Um, if for some reason music is coming in to y'all stream, please say so so I don't get copyrighted. That would not be ideal. What's interesting about this, it says it's a bench press, it almost feels a bit more like it. I feel like I'm pushing upwards. Maybe that's my own perception. We got one more. All right, see you there, Greg. Appreciate you stopping in. So we got one more set on this. And we got 4 sets of triceps on the cable machine, chest flies on the cable machine, crunches on the cable machine. We might do some leg raises, and then that'll be it. All things considered, it's going pretty well. We're about maybe an hour and 20 minutes in. Yeah. Can I get a viewer count check, by the way?
No, you're good. Are you an influencer?
Not really. I just stream on Twitch because it's fun. People ask me people ask me questions and advice, and I give it to them. I'm not on any other social media, so it's literally just for my own entertainment. Which is why it's super casual.
What's your name?
Calvin.
Cal.
Calvin.
Calvin.
Yeah. Nice to meet you, man. If you're ever interested, name's BullMuscle on Twitch.
For sure. What site should I?
This?
I own this company here. So I'm always trying to get to wear stuff and then like I think they'll do it. Like it's all free. And I record and everything and I post it.
I got 2,000 followers. I do modeling work on the side, but that's only started recently.
Okay.
Oh
yeah, that'd be cool.
Tell you what, when I'm done, I'll be done maybe 15, 20 minutes.
Sounds good.
Give me my phone.
Sounds good. Yeah. I'll talk to you later.
Dude, thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, that's called serendipity right there. 14? I guess this audience, or the timing might not be great for this, but this is the best option. Alright, triceps. Right? This is why you bet on yourself. Believe in yourself. Put in the hard work. And other people who put in the hard work will find you. And good things usually happen. It's called serendipity. That's Thomas Jefferson actually has a quote about this. And it goes something along the lines of, the harder I work, the more good luck I seem to have. There's a lot of truth to that. Maybe it sounds arrogant, maybe it sounds condescending, but I'm not exactly going to sit here and intellectually criticize a polyglot and polymath who framed the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. Now am I? Thomas Jefferson arguably is the single most intelligent American we've ever had, short of maybe, probably Benjamin Franklin, but Thomas Jefferson's probably number 2. Probably put Bill Gates up there too. So we got reverse extensions first. Alright, we need the straight bar. Give me just a sec. Maybe we got it. Nope. Oh, we need it. Alright, so we're going to do reverse extensions here. The goal is to go real slow on these. You can see, you know what, if I go this way, really work that triceps muscle. Actually, the lighting might be better this way, or try it this way. Oh yeah, that's much better. So you can see the working in the triceps there. The weight really doesn't matter on a lot of these cable exercises as much as it does the feeling of burn and hypertrophy when you are hitting the final 4 to 5 reps. So you're over that. We'll give us some sort of good idea. Okay. Well, if I did 715 to 65. This gets 2.5. Okay. Ouch. What are we doing right now? Try to really not use the shoulders any more than you have to. One more set of those. Pretty impressive, right, Mikey? I'm talking about that optimism, that never say die mentality. It's the spirit of America in a lot of ways. The belief that you can be exceptional in the work. That's what makes this country great. Got it. Oh my god. Okay. So the Megadeth cover of These Boots by Nancy Sinatra just came on. Yeah. This is kind of proof that Dave Mustaine's just going to do his own thing. The fact that Megadeth covered These Boots on their first album, like, it's a bold thing to do. You're a completely new band. It has Nancy Sinatra to cover or something. Like, shit. These last few are pretty shitty. Count 13 of them. I did 15, but I didn't really like those last two. My shoulders were moving too much. Alright. I'm going to keep single on pulse. So now a good friend of mine, actually not even a good friend, just someone I met. This is the first time and only time I talked to him. I don't like him, good friend, but showed me, normally with my single arm pulls, I was going like this, leaning back, and going to the kickback almost. What he showed me was do the kickback like this, uh, turning. And I found that was really effective. So that's another really good advice. Stay fucking humble. If you find someone who's like in really good shape, is doing something you've never seen someone in the gym do before, that's when you ask them. And it may turn out that most of the time you'll walk away with good advice and you'll walk away with some knowledge you didn't previously have. Some of the time you'll walk away with a new friend. But be respectful, don't interrupt them in the middle of their set. But if they just finish the set, just ask them. Most people in the gym are really friendly when it comes to, if you ask them for a spot or for advice. 95 to 99% of the people in the gym are super into helping you out. It's a very positive place most of the time. Like, every so often you see, and this is more proof of the ever-present TikTok, but the, the, the gym is toxic people tend to be the toxic. Are there people who are good? Of course, there are people who are good everywhere. I think that percentage is very small relative to society. Just my opinion. The single arms, obviously, not as high a weight exercise. Still, I usually go in the roughly 20-ish pound range. But again, this is not a high weight exercise. This should be rested, 15, not for sets of 15, not sets of 5. So just because I can do it on one rep doesn't mean I can do it for 15. It's about figuring out. It's a feel. You figure it out. Right. Right. Slightly better. Maybe I'll just switch to the better so we'll try some. There we go. Yeah, it's okay on those last two, but we have to use a little body. But try not to do that for more than once. use the body English on the last few reps of those, and that's 19 pounds on the cables. This is not a heavy exercise, but you can see visibly how hard my triceps are working. That's what I'm talking about. That's what you want. A good workout should have. For every muscle group you do, just try to do some heavier strength-oriented stuff and some lighter-oriented hypertrophy. Hey, Kareem, good to see you. My zoom's exploded in the last board. I think so. I think it's. I mean, I definitely think I put on mass. Um, the last time I measured, I think my biceps was somewhere between 16 and 7, closer to 17. Really depends on if I got home or not, but something with 16 to 17 is ballpark. I have a fitness going on. If you ask me at any point for it, which by the way, thank you for use exclamation just if you're new to the channel, check it out. If you use the Discord, just ask me on there. I'll measure it. Last time I measured it, it's been a while. It was 40, 42, 43, 44-ish chest, 34-ish waist, 35-ish hips, I think, 40, 26 on thighs, something like that. Don't quote me on those numbers. Those are just off the top of my head. Compression, black over squat. Interesting. Okay, we'll agree on. All right. Last set, let me move on to abs. Yeah, we'll do abs after this, so. So, from new friend, I just want to like it. More my number. Yeah, we'll see. All right. Yeah. There we go. So I usually try to do something different point that I'm on flies. 4, 10. switch that really range of motion. Is Wi-Fi still going well? If not, let me know. A little more music going here. Let's get a little Van Halen, that'll work. Let's say maybe. Alright. So these starting down here. In general, I find this gets the best squeeze. It's also where the weakest. So don't be afraid, bump up and down. You know, 2.5 pounds. Give yourself better control. Nobody's gonna sit there and roll your chest bar. What's your maximum chest bar? Because that's stupid. This is entirely different person. Nice. Alright, so we'll grab the load. We would do cable crunches, a leg raise, and then we'll wrap up. So, people bench. By the way, it's one useful thing for abs. If you want good looking abs, if you want definition of your abs, what you can't do is only do like sets of a million sit-ups. Right? In the same way that doing a million bicep curls with 5-pound dumbbell isn't going to help you. If you sets of 100 or whatever sit-ups, it's decent cardio, but it's not going to help you build an ab muscle. Abdominals are muscles just like any other part of your body. So the best way I recommend doing your abs is resistance exercise. But in general, you want somewhere between the 8 to 15, 8 to 20 rep range. I'll do exercise a day. You want to be close to the 8 side, close to the 12 side. Pretty self-explanatory. Hold on to dumbbell. Get on your knees. This lower top, which is track of the brain weight. Looking at that pretty well. Bring it down a little closer since we're down here. That's it better. Two more sets of this. I want to move the leg raises. And after that, we'll probably like to rate someone. I could, in theory, keep the stream going back to my apartment. The problem is that I live up on a couple of floors up. And as a result of that, I either have to use the elevator or the stairs. I don't have a Wi-Fi network there, and in either the stairwells or the elevator, my cell phone service dies. So on days when I'm lifting, there's not really going to be a post-stream on Twitch. Probably on Discord, we'll have a little outline on, but can't do it on Twitch. It's an unfortunate limitation of my setup here. There's not really a ton I can do about it, because if I try to do that, I go through that dead zone, the stream will end itself, and then I have to restart the stream. I don't want to do that. That's going to make it super jank. It's not worth it. So, just for your all reference, worth it for this. Okay. So last set was 12. This is a little bit heavier, try to 10, 8 to 10. Oh, yeah, that's harder. Nice. Good. This time we'll try that. We'll do a set of leg raises, probably with a plate, and we'll call it a day. Uh, yeah, I wish I had 18 to 19-inch buys, but in terms of size, I don't think I'm going to get much bigger without doing two things. The first is going on another bolt, which I don't want to do for modeling and aesthetic reasons. The second is taking anabolics, which is very expensive, uh, and in some cases is illegal. So obviously, with the nature of my work, that's a bad idea. All right, last set. That's it. Let's move. Let's do some leg raises. What's up, FM? Let's go. We'll hit leg raises. We learned a lot. All right, good to see you. Cheers. If y'all got someone you want me to raid, let me know. Actually, shoot. I don't even know if I can raid from here, because I have no way of adding a chat. That's kind of crappy. I bet there's a way to do it. I don't know how. Yeah, try and figure out. Well, we'll have to figure that one out. Yeah. We'll do two more of those. One kind of with a left twist, one with a right twist. Yeah, see who's there, because I may have to rely on you or my mods to do the rating. That, or I can try doing it myself on the Twitch app. You know, I may try that. I'd like to be able to do that myself. I'll do one more set and I'll look on there. So, tough on shot. You trying to grow the mustache? No, I've just been lazy. I haven't shaved. Okay. Actually, okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody else is online anyway right now. That's okay. But it does look like if I go on the Twitch app, I can raid. So in the future, this problem is solved. What annoys me lately at work, I've been enjoying work a lot. So not much, but the paperwork, how slow everything is. It took me a long time to get my computer, but like being able to get training done, finding the right people to ask the right questions to, that's been kind of difficult. Not being able to telework when I was kind of promised that when I came here, that one also kind of sucks, but I'll get over that. At least I have a really great computer. I think the bike down at Crater. I can't really complain. That's it. I think we're pretty cooked. Those are us two amazing calves. I mean, I have put in a fair amount of work on my calves, but yeah, mostly genetic. I think that's going to be it for us. Yeah, I would say to rate someone, but it doesn't seem like anybody's on right now. Nuno Feliciano PT. Should rate that new guy. Are you talking about Nuno? I'll do it if you think he's worth it. So I gotta get going. I have an appointment all the way down in the town at 10 with Hawai'i Bicycling League. There's a swap meet going on, and I'm gonna help out. Okay, we'll go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and rate. So, want me to try rating out? Why don't I try it today? Actually, Mikey, yeah, go ahead. Give it a shot. See what happens. In the meantime, while Mikey gets that set up. Oh, it worked. Nice. Okay, well, then in that case, thank you all very much for coming out. I hope you all enjoyed this stream. Give me some feedback. I'm going to look at the tape afterwards. But for today, that is it. I'll see y'all next weekend in all likelihood. Until then, y'all make good decisions. Those good decisions form your actions. Those actions form your habits. Those habits form your values. Those values form an ethos to be the guide star through the rough waters of life. Much love, y'all. Come in for the hug. All right, Mikey. Let me know when we're off the air. Send me a Discord message. Shoots. Peace out, y'all. Now we have to figure out whether or not the raid worked, because I have no idea. All right, Mikey, did it go? Are we good? Are we good? Ooh, lightheaded. See if the raid actually did its thing. Doesn't appear to have done that, so alright, we're gonna do it ourselves. There we go. Looks like we're gonna have to do it this way from now on. I can't tell. Are we off the air? Okay, we are off the air. Great. See you in that case.